Hey, good morning. Today is Wednesday. Before I get started with this morning, today is Wednesday, October the 30th. Oh my goodness, just remembered tomorrow is Halloween. We have a lot planned for tomorrow. And yesterday was a day that challenged me. Okay, let's start with the morning routine. I had spoken to a company called, what's the name of that company? Little Talkers, Tiny Talkers, a few weeks ago about coming in to do a speech and hearing assessment on the children in our center. Well, we had them set up to come in yesterday, Tuesday, the 29th. They said they will be here at 7:30, but unfortunately they did not come at that time. I was prepared for them to be here at that time. And then we also have the seeds program. I think I mentioned before that we have the seeds program that come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays to do reading and literacy activities with our 3 and 4-year-olds. Well, they come in at 8:30 and they start working with the first group at 9 o'clock. And we had 3 staff members out yesterday, but I called in a backup to come in early to fill in to help us get through that morning hump. And wouldn't you know that come through the door, I think about 7:10 a.m., it's the food program. It's kind of okay, but they want you to be somewhat available to them to answer any questions that they have, even though I'm also a teacher in the center. I have my group, and I feel like they don't understand that even though I am the director of the center, I am a teacher and I have a responsibility to my students as well. So I just wanted to say yesterday was a day that caused me to need a margarita when I got home. And I certainly had my margarita and enjoyed that, which in turn made me sleep in a little bit later this morning, which I guess is okay. So I'm going to get started with today. I just got in the building. It is dark outside, and I have a few things that I need to do to prepare for the day. So in this center, we have the large center here, and we also have the church building that we have 3 classrooms in. So for the most part, what I do in the morning is go turn on the lights and the air conditioners or whatever needs to be done over there in the morning before the teachers come in, so that they are not coming into a dark building. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back. Okay, one more thing. I did not go get a coffee this morning. I made coffee from home. I made my own iced coffee from home. So maybe later, if I get a break, I'll go and get an iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. All right, so I'm going to go over to the other building. Hold on. That's not strong enough. I'm going to have to fix that. Okay? All right. I'm headed over to the other building. And then when I get back in this building, I will turn on the lights. And it's a little warm today, so we might put the air conditioners on as well. All right, it's gonna get dark, so okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to come back to you because it's dark out. Okay. Oh, it's hot in here. So I'm in the other building. I'm gonna turn on some lights and get the classrooms down the hallway turned on. We are coming into the holiday season right now, and we have a lot of things planned. We're planning on we're gonna do our Christmas program, but we're also going to do a Christmas party for the children after. We're gonna put up a Christmas tree. We have a Christmas tree, but I have a taller tree at the house that I'm going to bring to the center. I have plenty of Christmas trees at my house, trust me. My house will not be lacking Christmas vibes this year. But I decided that I should bring my tall Christmas tree here to this building because you can see it's very tall. We have very tall ceilings here in this multi-purpose room. I am going to decorate this room into a winter wonderland. And the idea I have in my head may not materialize because I'm one person and I have multiple jobs. So let me go down this hallway and turn on these lights. Okay, I'm back in this building now, in the main building. Now, I was talking about the Christmas program and Christmas party while I was next door. And another thing that we're going to be doing is a Thanksgiving luncheon. We do Thanksgiving here at the center every year. That's another thing that I'm doing too much. I cook Thanksgiving lunch for the whole center, as well as their parents and grandparents and staff. The staff as well, and any family member that wants to attend. We do our Thanksgiving luncheon the Thursday before Thanksgiving. So let me get these lights on in these classrooms, and I need to set up the activities, the journaling for the VP Cares, because that's the first thing that they do in the morning is journaling. Now, all of our VPK teachers all across Florida and any other states in this US of A, we understand what journaling is for a 4-year-old. So, what I do is I put out little journal books, and I'll show you that when I get back in the VPK classroom, for the children to just do some writing. I focus on one letter a week, and that is the best way that I've found to introduce letters and letter sounds and letter recognition to my VPKers. Okay, let me go open the other door. This is our infant room. This teacher puts plug-ins in her classroom, and it always smells pretty nice in this room. But when in the morning when you open up the doors, it's a little strong, so I like to open up the doors to let the room air a little bit, because we have this big, large room out here. Okay, So, I'm gonna finish opening up these doors and get ready to see what I need to take next door for breakfast. And I'll get back with you. Okay. Um, I just finished doing a few things to prepare for the staff and the children to come in this morning. Um, but I wanted to show you how I set up the journaling in the morning. So I'm going to turn this around so that you can actually, let me just show you here. This is the journal that the child's name is on the front side of the journal. But of course, the children open up the pages and they write in their journals. And I also I have these little um, pencil holders and name cards. So you see here, this is the name card and the little pencil is in there. I use those little golf pencils for the children because they're smaller, and that tends to work better for the children at this age because they don't have the grip that most children that are in kindergarten, first grade have. So we're just giving them something to do with a pencil. Now, I have to say, I'm that VPK teacher that is like motivated to get my children ready for kindergarten because children are capable of doing more than we give them credit for. So we may have some children who are more, how do I say this? I'm not going to say advanced, but they are in a place where they are looking for a challenge because we do have children where the parents work with them from home, which is a good thing. And I love those parents. Those parents keep me on my toes as well. So I'm going to finish setting this up and I need to move on to another area this morning. Okay. Okay. So I remember yesterday that I had a parent that forgot to bring wipes in for her child. And I told her that I would get the extra wipes that I have in the office. And I do that. I buy extra wipes. I buy diapers. I buy pull-ups for children in our center. So I'm just going to put these wipes in his cubby. Let's see. I need to, there's his, oh, I'll just leave them out here so the teacher can see that they are there and they're for him. Now, like I said, my coffee just was not strong enough. So I'm gonna, as soon as the staff get in here, I'm gonna roll out and I'm gonna go get me a coffee from someplace, but it's gotta be stronger than what I made this morning. I think I put too much ice in it. So hang in there, wait with me. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is, first of all, last week we had a Scholastic book fair here at the center, and I shipped off the remainder of the books yesterday, and I chose some books for the center as well. And let me show you. They're here. So I need to tally those books and see how much I spent in Scholastic. I think the center probably purchased more books than the parents, but that's okay. It was my first Scholastic book fair. I usually sell Scholastic books as a teacher in the classroom, you know, those pages that Scholastic send home to the classroom, and you can send those home, and the parents just choose which books. And Scholastic either send them to the school or they send them to the home. Scholastic is really good about building your library, as well as making things as convenient as possible. So I'm going to do that, and then I have to make those corrections that the food program saw that I needed to make. For the most part, things are getting better. I have hired an assistant, and that's working out pretty well. I just need to go over her duties more closely with her. It's like a blessing because I get to go home earlier, but yet on the other side, I need to take the time. That's the issue. Time is the issue. I need to take the time to show her those duties that she needs to tackle every day. I have a supervisor, and she does pretty well supervising the staff. So I don't need my assistant to worry about that type of thing. But with like I said, with the holidays coming up, everybody is putting in for time off. But I have to really remind the staff that even though you're asking for time off before the holiday or after the holiday, if you don't come to work the day before or the day after the holiday, you don't get holiday pay. So every year I have to explain that to people, because I'm not going to pay a person to inconvenience the center. I know people want time off, but everybody wants time off at the holidays. I don't mind working during the holidays, actually, but so that my staff can have the time that they need. So anyway, I'm losing time, so let me get back to it, okay? I'll get right back to you. Hey, so I didn't get a chance to get a video of me in the classroom because things got pretty busy once the children started coming in today. So I'm sorry about that. But this is the end of the day. I realized that we have Halloween tomorrow, and I just remembered I do not have a dress to wear. I'm going to be a witch. I have a hat and I have the shoes. So I'm going to have to think about that when I get home. Maybe I have a black dress at the house, or maybe a long black skirt or something. But I'll make it work. You know, I had to go get some things for our Halloween celebration tomorrow. We're going to have like a Halloween bash party for the children. And I came back to the center to drop off some of the things that we purchased for the party tomorrow before I went home. And I went to my desk and I saw that my husband had bought me some roses. So I got them sitting over here in the passenger seat in the seat belt, so they'll be safe going home. So that was a really good. And I was interrupted by a phone call, but I was saying that my flowers are safe. Now, I did make a trip to Dunkin' Donuts on my way back to the center, and I purchased an ice potion macchiato with 3 shots. Okay, so I'm gonna taste this and see what we've got here. All right, and then I'm gonna drive home because I can't be tasting and driving at the same time. So let's see what it tastes like. That's pretty good. It's very refreshing. So the ice potion macchiato, pretty good. especially with the extra shots in it. So now I'm gonna drive home. I have to hold my flowers and drive as we talk. So, we did some work in the classroom today. I was working with the children to get them to, in VPK, the children are 4 years old and they are getting ready to go to kindergarten. In the next school year, they'll be in the kindergarten. So there are some skills that we need to make sure that the children understand before they get to kindergarten. So one of the things I noticed on the assessment when they were doing the state assessment is that they struggled with knowing different and same. So if the assessment asked them which one is different, they seem to draw a blank. So I decided, well, let's work on an activity today that so they can sharpen that skill. So we did that today and we had a lot of fun with that. And we worked with some sight words. We worked with the sight words that the children, each one of the children come into I always start the school year out giving each child a sight word that they're responsible for knowing and teaching the rest of the group. And we understand the concept of how letters make words. And I wanted them to understand how we use words. What do we use words for? And what do words look like? So that's an important piece of phonological awareness as well. So we took all the sight words and put them on the floor in a circle. And I had each child choose a word. And I said, okay, you have your word. What we're going to do is we're going to make a sentence. We're going to say something with your word. So that was a lot of fun. It was so fun. All the children were so excited. They would choose a word and we would make a sentence using some of the other sight words that they had. And I would add a new word because, we have to add new words to make it make sense. So the children were so ecstatic. They were so excited that they could read. And it was just knowing the sight words, basically. And that was a lot of fun. And yeah, so that's basically those are the things that we worked on in the classroom. Now I had to try to close out my Scholastic book fair. I had all that stuff shipped back to the company yesterday, and I had to try to finalize all of that. I'm trying to remember what else that's basically the two main things we worked on in the classroom. Hey everybody, I'm sorry for the abrupt stop in the car, but my phone kept ringing, so I needed to get off of the video and take those calls. So I think I was last talking about how we were learning the difference between things that are the same and different in the classroom. But all VPK teachers know exactly what I'm talking about here in the state of Florida. Well, today was a busy, productive day, but I did come home and start looking through my closet for some things that I can use to dress as a witch tomorrow, because tomorrow is Halloween and the children are going to come dressed in Halloween costumes. I spent some time doing some work on my class. I had an assignment that I need to turn in 2 weeks ago. I didn't turn that in yet. And I have an assignment due on November 1st for my director's trauma-informed course that I'm taking. So I really need to spend some time getting that ready because it's due on the 1st. So I'm gonna just stop this here. And this was a typical day of my life. Um, and I just wanted to give you guys that glimpse. Okay, bye and see you in class.